It's the exact same video. I posted it probably 8 to 10 times in the exact same day. All the videos got over 100,000 views, and some of them did like 13,000, 3,000, and even 4,000 views, right? So I just reposted it, boom, 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 and replied to comments, and that grew. That week we did like 21 million views on that channel, just with those videos.
21 million. Wow.
In the world of marketing, some rise, some fall, and a few transcend to legendary status. Welcome to Ruben Licera's Millionaire Marketers Podcast, where we journey through the pathways to success, one story at a time. Here, we unlock the secrets of the industry's brightest minds, the trailblazers, the strategists, the ones who didn't just master the game, they redefined it. Whether you're an aspiring marketer or a seasoned pro, prepare to be inspired. Plug in, tune out the noise, and discover what it truly takes to wear the title Millionaire Marketer. Let's dive in. Now, here's your Millionaire Marketer host, international award-winning marketer, Ruben Licera.
If you're watching this video, be sure to check on the link below because we've gone through the journey of one of perhaps the most successful TikTok agency owners in the world right now. That's Colton Havens. Hello, Colton. Thank you very much again for being on with us in this program, Millionaire Marketers.
It's your boo.
So, by the way, this guy during the Board of Experts Summit suggested to us that if we have one video, post it several times. And me as a marketing agency owners for several years, I told myself this is a crazy idea. But this guy's strategy really allowed us and my client generate 100,000 plus views for a minute video we posted 7 times in one day. That video posted it in several time frames just for us to know if that strategy really worked. And it really worked. And this guy, Colton, shared to us during the Board of Experts Summit a very crazy study where he was able to successfully create campaigns for a client, gather around 600,000 followers in crazy short time. And I want Colton to share that to you all also because this guy just keeps on testing, and all of his insights are really crazy good that you can use in your $1 million campaigns. Can you share to us more about it, Colton, how you did it?
Yeah, so I think we should back up a little bit, and because I found out this strategy on accident, kind of. So I actually have like a Call of Duty channel that I'm growing. I still have it. It's not a focus as much anymore since I now have the agency.
Mm-hmm.
But so what I did was I made this content. I made this video on Call of Duty, and I thought it was sick. I was like, that's the coolest freaking video ever. And it got like 200 views. I was like, no way. This video got 200 views. This is the shit. This video is awesome. I've been working on this clip for a long time. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, this video has got to take off. So I posted it and I posted it and I posted it. And finally it got to like, I don't know, I lost count on how many times I posted it, mm-hmm. but finally it took off and it got to 200,000 views. I probably posted it 6, 7, 8 times. I'm not exactly sure. And then I was like, okay, that's how you do it. And I was just replying.
So was it more like of an accident, and then you tried to keep on redoing that same accident?
Yeah. So what happened? So it finally took off because I was like, this video is good. I don't understand why it's not working. So I just reposted it to comments as people commented. And on Call of Duty, everybody's got hate. So it's just hate comments, right? That I'm reposting to. And then I have this other channel that's a skiing outdoors adventure channel. And we have this one clip that I posted that started to go semi-viral. It got like 100,000 views in probably like an hour. Mm-hmm. So I was like, this video is going to do really good. So I just downloaded it and I reposted it like 8 times. And it took, one of those videos did like 13 million. And then all the other videos, the lowest view is like 200,000. It's the exact same video. I posted it probably 8 to 10 times in the exact same day. All the videos got over 100,000 views, and some of them did like 13,000, 3,000, and even 4,000 views, right? So I just reposted it, boom, 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 and replied to comments, and that grew. That week we did like 21 million views on that channel, just with those videos.
21 million. Wow.
Yeah, and that's a combination of all of them together, right? But it's the same video doing a lot of the heavy lifting.
That's really crazy good campaign.
Yeah, and I
How
mean
will you start up that?
and these channels are like hobby channels for me,
Mm.
right? These are also where I do a lot of experimentation, right? They're not client channels or anything. And sometimes growing the client channel is harder than if it's just having fun. If you just have fun, it's way easier to grow your campaign. It's way easier to do it. As soon as I start like really like trying to do it, I get really frustrated because it doesn't always blow up like you want it to. So it's also just stick to the guns and keep posting until it takes off as well. I mean, even with me and some of my clients, not all my campaigns do not blow up. A lot of them don't, but more of them do not work than they do, right? More of my videos don't go to 100K above. Most of them are 500 and below. But if you keep working on it, you know, that's how I have I have millions and millions of views under my belt, but I also have thousands and thousands and thousands of videos that are not in the millions, right? So
that's something that all of our marketers should learn, that is not all glory and golds and wins that you can get, right?
Yeah, it's definitely not. I mean, I have lots of frustration with this, you know, and it's all organic. So there's not really, the only thing I can control is that I posted and what I say in the video. Outside of that, the views, the follows and everything, it's going to do what it does. That's it. There's not really anything else you can do with paid ads. I can put more money in, I can take money out, and I can control that, right? You can't do that with organic. It does what it does, and you take it in waves. But when it's coming, you need to collect when it's coming, because it's not always going to be around, right? That's just how it is. But once you're in the algorithm, it feels like the easiest thing you've ever done. You'll post nothing and it'll go viral. But getting into the algorithm is the hardest. So really, one of the things that's important for everybody to realize is when you're making your content, you need two different strategies. One strategy is going to be the 24-part series. The reason this is important is someone sees part 1 or part 16, they're going to follow your channel to read get the rest of the parts. And if you structure this part series right, it's basically going to be a webinar where you're just taking people on a customer journey to buy your thing for free.
Oh, okay.
So if they watch video 1, if they start at video 1 and they watch it all the way to however many parts it is, it should answer all of the common objections to buy your stuff. And at the end, it's just a pitch. Hey, you made it this far, go buy my stuff. Okay. So that's the way to drive leads, create following, get over all the limiting beliefs and stuff. Then you have this other section where it has nothing to do with what your business at all. It has everything to do with you as a human, what's some of your non-negotiables, what's some dating advice that you have for people, what's your favorite color, what's your biggest fear. And these things are relatable, and those are actually what's going to be more viral than anything else you do.
So it's interesting that you are unconsciously or consciously, you're trying to encourage business owners or these clients to also always connect to their personal values when they launch campaigns. Why is that so important? I think you're one of the first people that really shared to me that insight, because for one, I always think TikTok is just another way of just getting the word out there. But during your talk, you also emphasize on the value of really connecting to who you are. Why is it so important?
Because people buy from people.
People bought people.
People buy from people. So the reason people are wanting to join is because they know who I am or they know who you are. They should feel like they know who you are. Even if we've never met face to face, they'd be like, dude, I know you. Your story connected with me. The things that you're talking about, your family, that's also me. I have a story that I'm running right now as an ad. And I just made a story. I said, hey, it's Colton Havens, and this is my story, part 1. And I just tell my life story. And I have had more than one person say, I bought from you because of that video. And that video is not viral. It's not a crazy blown up video, but I have it attached to my TikTok profile. So when all my other videos go viral, they come back to my profile and then they get to learn about who I am and the things that I'm interested in and who I am is just as a person. Like, you know, people find out that I do jiu-jitsu. They find out that I like to go skiing. They find out that I'm from Colorado. I'm one out of 6 kids. I was born in Delta, Colorado. I grew up on a farm. I worked in the oil field to do medical bills. I went to college for a little while. I ran a photography franchise, and all of these things, all of these little mini stories over time make it so that you feel like you know me to where you're like, I want to work with Colton. And that's why it's important to put you out there, because in organic world, you're growing a following. You're not trying to make sales. Sales will come because of a byproduct of growing the following. Which is also a big hiccup that I have with my clients as well, too. We'll be posting for 3 months or so, and they're like, I don't have any leads or something like that. I was like, well, that's a byproduct. We're actually going to try to get views and followers to grow your audience. So that way, what you can do right now, like for instance, my first client, the one that we were talking about, she can go live and make money in the same day on demand from now on. And she's been doing it every day for this last week because she's doing a campaign. So every time she goes live, she makes money. And that's the power of a following. It's not an ad. Ads are a different game. So that's why you need both. And that's why when you're building your following, it's important to go outside of your work and business, even though you know that that's what you want people there for. It's going to be the second thing. And we just try to tie them together.
Now, as soon as you're able to understand the values of person and then you create a campaign for them, how do you go through the process, or how does a Colton Haven create a marketing campaign from zero? As soon as you get the clients and you know what their offers,
So the first thing we do after someone signs up with me is we're going to we film a 24-part series. So we do our best to film this 24-part series in their space, right? So what I'll do is I'll go find some viral videos that have hooks in their space, and then I'll bring them back to the client. I go, which one of these stands out to you the most? And then we're going to use that hook to do their part series. So for instance, let's say you're in fitness. What I would go do is I'd go find the fitness following world, and then I'd try to find the top 24 videos. Then I would show my client them, and whichever video stood out to my client because of the hook, that's the hook that we are now going to use for their entire part series. So we'll start our entire series the exact same way through that entire series. And then I just ask them prompts. Hey, so tell me, what's a non-negotiable in your marriage? And then that would be
interesting. Yeah.
Even he goes, oh, you're asking? Yeah. And then I would just let you talk. Right. And then we would go into business stuff and all that too. And I try to get you to talk as long as possible. So I have content to use.
Now, how do you identify what's a very good offer that a client should do? Because at some point you've mentioned earlier in our first part of the video, you said you should have a very good offer, and then you should have what do you call that?
Presentation.
So how
presentation and an offer to make money.
So what's the offer? How should one who wants to earn in TikTok for them to create a very good offer?
So there's an actual formula to creating an offer, but an offer is good when people give you money for it.
An offer is good when people give
you money for it. Yeah. That's as simple as it gets. So here's how I test an offer, right? So let's assume, and you can test an offer with people in front of you. Like, it doesn't have to be online, right? But you can go online and you can just be like, hey, I'm going to do this for this much. Okay. So here's the simplicity of my offer right now. I will make 2 to 4 videos for you every single day, edit and post them to grow your following on TikTok for $2,500. I'm going to do the filming. I'm going to do the research. And I'm going to give you the topics. So all you have to do as a business owner is show up once a month with me for 2 hours to film. And then my team and I will do the rest. Now that's an offer. Are you ready to sign up? Right now are you ready to sign up? Okay. And then when people say, wow, that's a pretty good offer, that's how you know it's an offer. So the best thing to do is just say, hey, I will do this much. I will do this for this much. And then you're going to have 5 or 6 common objections. They're going to be like, I don't have the time. I don't have the money, all of these other things. And so what you do is you add benefits to your offer to overcome those. So my benefits are the most thing I have, especially with business owners, is that I don't have time to make content. I don't have time to do all this editing. I don't have time to do all that. So, okay, don't worry about it. Then you only have to show up for 2 hours a month to grow your social media using short form videos. And that's actually probably the biggest selling point for me.
It's very short, but very powerful.
Yeah, that's how it needs to be, though. It needs to be
You
short.
don't need to do okay, you did some research and all of these things, all of these fluffy things sometimes gets us bogged down because we're so much focused on the details. But this one, okay, just test this with this offer and then this resolve these doubts and you move on. If people don't buy it, then you revise it. Wow.
Exactly. And if people don't buy it, like I've done plenty of campaigns and I've done plenty of launches that no one bought anything. Like I've put in all the effort, all the stuff, and then no one bought anything.
Using this formula, what's the result? Because I know you love to test all the time.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I understand the question.
For this type of formula that you're saying right now about offers, what's the best results that you've got also?
Well, it's the same as my YouTube. It's my YouTube. It's my YouTube story because we ran ads to his offer. And we made him 150,000 in 3 days off our first launch.
Wow.
And then worked with him for 8 months and made him $1 million. So that was with the YouTube, because that's the way to get there fast is you have to have paid ads. That's not organic.
Yeah,
right.
true.
Organic isn't going to get you to, well, it could, but I mean, you're talking tens of millions of views to reach $1 million organically. So paid ads is the fuel or the speed to that. But you have to have proven offers, proven funnels, email follow-ups to make that happen, which you can test for free with free videos and organic marketing, which is what I always tell people to do.
Yeah.
Because if you just take your offer, you take your funnel, and you paid ads, you're going to pay thousands of dollars to find out the same information you can learn if you just put in some effort and made videos, or do stuff like this where we just get on the phone and I go, all right, Ruben, tell me what you think about this. Be brutal with me. I'm going to do 2 to 4 videos a day for you for $2,500, research and everything. Does that sound good enough for you to pay me? And that's what people need to practice more, is just that simple conversation, so they know what to add. And if you told me no, I go, what else do you want in this? So you say yes. And then I let you put it in there and I go, okay, I'll add that. It's all in there. Now let's do it for $2,500.
Oh, okay.
So that's the formula. I present, get feedback. And a lot of times the best thing to say is, what do you want in it that I don't have here? And then they get to add exactly what they want. So then it's an easy yes.
Earning millions in TikTok, you said, is about getting a very good offer, irresistible or exceptional offer. Then the second one was presentation. How do you suggest they go about their presentation?
So my presentation is what I just did for you.
Oh, okay. Wow.
That's my presentation. That
was quick.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be.
Plus presentation.
Yeah, that's the presentation. Right. Yeah. Now, if you want to go big scale, then you need to do a webinar presentation, which is going to be longer. And I teach strategy in that. But when you get on the phone or you're in front of somebody that has money, the presentation is shorter and to the point, and you ask for the money.
Yeah.
Right. So that's just basic sales 101. But now you can automate it if you have a presentation. Now, most webinars are going to be anywhere from 30 minutes to 90 minutes. And what I'm doing is I'm going to tell stories that overcome the common objections, that if you and I have that conversation, you're going to give me those objections: time, money, resources, right? And I can overcome them through stories face to face here, and I'll address them as we go. In a webinar, I'm going to do that all automatically. So as soon as you get to the end, I've already overcome every single objection, every possible angle you can think of not to do it. And then I'm going to ask you for the sale at the end.
Unlocking the secrets of the industry's brightest minds, helping you discover what it truly takes to wear the title Millionaire Marketer. The Millionaire Marketers Podcast. Now, back to your host, Ruben Licera.
So, Colton, going back, is is the goal of the 24-part video that you shared earlier is also more or less positioning you as an authority or to something, because you already have the offer, you do the presentation at the same time. You have because at some point you said earlier the 24-part video will show people who you are and what you can do at some point.
Yes. Yeah, that 24-part series is you're supposed to be you want to speak out to the person that you want to watch it. So you are a marketer who wants to scale on TikTok. This is part 1 of the mini series where we're going to show you how to do that. Then I start into it. So that way the first 3 seconds I'm attracting who I want in each video. And I'll start each video the exact same way.
How important is it to have an authority before you sell any offer?
It's not important.
Interesting. Why?
Because people buy from people. So as long as you feel like as long as you think I know what I'm doing, you'll give me money even if I don't have authority.
As long as you have proof that you were able to do it.
Exactly. So as long as I can show you TikTok channels, like, if I can show you, hey, look, I made a TikTok channel and it drove leads. So I'll just do it for you. How does that sound? You just need proof that you've done it.
Wow.
That's as much as authority as you need. I mean, my first client paid me $1,500 to build his TikTok account, right? That was my very first sale ever. Because I was like, I'll do it for you, man. How much are you thinking? And that's when I gave him the price versus me creating the price. I now have my own price because I have cost. So I'm like, I can't even do it for you unless we do this much because I have to pay people and I have to overhead, right?
Yeah.
Back then I didn't have any overhead. It was just me. So I was like, how much are you willing to pay me to do this for you? And he said 1,500. I was like, let's do it. I made a Stripe link on the call for 1,500, and then I sent him the Stripe link through Zoom, and he paid me.
Oh,
and then that's how I did it. Yeah, that's how I made my first sale.
And that's a very good offer also because you let the client set the price. It's that's the value that he saw it, but it's still a good number. Then you got it. Wow.
Yep. Yeah.
Now, you also mentioned you also mentioned about funnel. How should they design their funnel for it to become effective in generating revenue that they want?
It depends on what they're selling. So they can do a VSL funnel for things that are like $500 or less. And a VSL funnel is just a video of you talking about your product, and you're just basically doing a presentation to sell it. And then or if you're selling something for $1,000, then you need a webinar funnel. So
depending
it's just
on the value of the offer, or
yeah, how much is the offer? Yeah, that determines on what kind of funnel you need.
By the way, there are people who are asking, "What's VSL?" Colton, what's VSL?
A VSL, a virtual sales letter is what it stands for, and all it is a video where I'm selling you my product. I'm going to go over all the objections again. I'm going to give you proof. I'm going to give you testimonials that this works. And then at the end, I'm going to say, you can buy it right now down below from here for $497 or for $297. And a lot of people, that could be life-changing money if they just did that into their TikTok channel at $297, making free sales that way. So it depends on the price of what they want to sell. Depends on the funnel that they need to use.
So that's more or less the offer that's being embedded to the 24-part series. It's still different.
Ask me that again.
You said you need to have 24-part series with TikTok videos promoting a certain product and offer. So that's the link that you'll be sharing to them for them to buy.
Yeah, the link that I share goes to my masterclass, which teaches them all of the stuff they need, and that's only $7. And then when they get to the end of the masterclass, hey, since you like this masterclass, you can come join my community and get way more in-depth trainings on how to sell $30,000 offers, right? So because if you want to sell stuff like I sell a $30,000 package, right? But that has to mean I have to get on the phone. So my funnel's different. It goes from landing page to calendar versus landing page to video. Does that make sense?
Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, it's very specific. For marketers, definitely, if you're doing this, you would know how brilliant is the strategy Colton is sharing right now. By the way, again, if you're interested in connecting with Colton for more in-depth discussion about this, be sure to check the link below or just go to masterclass.yescolton.com. Did I get
Yeah.
it with that?
There's one thing I want to say on that is oh my goodness, I just lost my thought. Oh, so actually there was one time on TikTok where I was selling this MLM stuff. And
Mhm,
what I used to do is I would just tell stories of people using the product and being successful. And that's all I did was case studies.
mhm.
And then at the end of it, I would say, hey, if you're in a situation like this, just go to my link in profile. And all
Mm.
my link was a landing page. And they would put their name, email, and phone number and a small description of their problem.
Mhm.
And as soon as it did that, it would go to my email and I'd click on their phone number and I'd call them. I go, oh, hey, dude, it's
Ah,
Colton from TikTok, man. I'm sorry about this problem that you're having. Can you tell me more about it so I can help you? And then I do my presentation on the phone and then close the sale for $200. And I used to do that to make sales.
well, what was your result with you doing that? How much revenue were you able to get?
I didn't scale it to like six figures or anything, but at the time,
It was
I
more
was
of a test
making,
also.
what's up?
Was it more of a test also?
Yeah, well, at that point, it was like you need a system to get to that big. I mean, I was only probably making an extra 200 to 3,000 a month.
That's still huge.
Yeah, and it still took, it was still a grind because
Mhm.
people would hang up and then you'd have to follow up and all
Ah,
that stuff. And then what ended up happening was that MLM didn't like that I was doing that
mhm.
and they made me delete everything. So
That's the thing. People would always have their own way of doing things, but at the end,
yeah, they were like, hey, if you're not recruiting your friends and family, you can't do this.
okay. Now, going into the after doing the funnel right, the next thing, how do you? So they sign up, they got to become your leads. Now, how do you close it?
Well, I let my presentation do it or my emails do it.
Mhm,
If people have questions and they ask me, and then
mhm,
I make it a habit to send people the link afterwards.
mhm,
So, for instance, like today, I sent down an email and I had somebody email me back asking about the offer because I said, hey, buy my program. That's
mhm.
what I told them, right? In the email. And they say, hey, what about this, this, and this? And I said, oh, here's the answers to that, and this. And then here's the link to sign up.
Oh, okay. You're very
So
proactive in addressing their doubts, or
yeah, just the common questions, right? And so I'm still tweaking mine a little bit better right
Mhm.
now. So I just got off the phone with some of the best ads people that we know that are in BOE, and it looks like I can start really putting in some money into my ads to get it moving.
So if you're a marketer right now listening to this talk, you would realize that an expert as good as effective as Colton is still having a mentor to guide him to refine the funnels. Why do you do that?
Because they know way more than I do.
You know way more than you do.
Yeah,
What?
they know way more than me. So there's this funny thing. I was just talking to somebody about this, and I was like, growing up, my family didn't really have a whole lot of money or anything growing up. And I know a lot of people that are like, dude, if a rich person would just teach me how they bought that house,
Mhm,
I would do whatever they said. Well, lo and behold, there's people that do that all the time.
mhm,
You just have to pay them to teach you. And then that's where people are like, oh, no way. I have to pay to learn how to make money. This is a scam. What is college? College is the exact same thing, except for you're learning from people that are not doing what they're teaching.
true.
Every professor is getting paid by the school, and that's how they make their money. So if
Mhm,
you're going to college for business, you're learning from someone that's never been in business,
mhm,
right? But if I go and I go and join this community like I did, I'm learning from someone who has taken multiple companies from 500,000 to $1 billion
mhm,
more than once and sold it. Like that's what they do for a hobby. They build and sell businesses and
mhm,
make billions of dollars. And they said, hey, I will teach you how to do this. And
mhm,
that's why I paid them
mhm.
because they're going to see things that I've never seen. And it's going to shortcut my, my learning curve.
Yeah. The exciting part about you is that you also just shared earlier that the best form of more or less authority is proof, right? And I think that's one of the best signs of you showing to them, yeah, I can do this. I can execute this well because I know how it's executed. How do
Yeah.
you how do you collect your proofs? Uh, how do you ensure that your strategies will yield result? What's because as far as I know, you have the craziest strategies in mind, but it really works. Uh, so what makes you think? What should I do?
I don't know. I'm not sure if I understand. Just post. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Like really I just test everything. Everything's a test. It's not like, hey, will this work? I mean, I get frustrated, man. I mean, I get put in 200 jail too, as like all my
Oh,
videos are
okay.
getting 200 views. You know what I mean?
So
Like
you've
I
experienced also TikTok jail and Facebook jail?
Yeah, I've done that. Yeah. I'm still there. Some of my accounts, like some of my clients are not with me anymore because I didn't grow their account in 2 months, right? We got 60 followers in 2 months. Like I have accounts that still do that to this day. So it's still like a never ending thing where you just have to keep going.
Mhm.
Uh, so I think they just need to make sure that they have a long-term plan. Like you're gonna do this for the next ever. Like the next 5 years is what you're gonna do until things change. Or the next year, you're gonna do a video a day, 2 videos a day for the next year before you worry about results.
Mhm. Wow.
Like you got to do stuff like that,
Mhm.
especially in the organic world. Paid ads, 90 days.
Mm.
But the organic world, give yourself a year of consistent posting, minimum. I mean, TikTok will get you there faster, not sometimes, but if you don't blow up in your first year, welcome to the party. I didn't blow up here. Shit, this is not my first year. I've been doing this for 7. So this is just the first year. Like I've adapted and moved in 3 different businesses over the last 6 years.
Mhm.
So, I mean, be adaptable and be flexible to get the same outcome, but have a long-term plan in play.
So if there to all the listeners out there doing their marketing campaigns, what is the wisdom you would like to share to them before we close this uh talk?
Get around other people that are making videos.
Mhm.
So join a community of people making videos so you can get the ins and the outs and the, communities as I am with people making videos. And so far, I've only found 2 other people that make videos like me that
Mhm.
have actually had results, right? And they're both better than me.
Mhm.
Only one of them has an agency. The other one is not even about the agency, but they get millions of views on all their videos regularly. So
Mhm.
those are the people I'm trying to be around. So that way I can learn, I can adapt. You just need to be around people doing it.
Mhm.
Be around people that live and breathe it. Like if I don't make viral videos, I don't eat. That's how important it is to me. So that's a different level of intensity than people that are like, oh, I posted 4 TikToks this year and nothing happened.
Mhm.
You need to do more than that. Most people are not posting enough. If I look at your account and I see, and I can scroll to the bottom with one thumb, if I just do one stroke and I'm at the bottom of your TikTok, you don't have enough.
So the takeaways now is just post, do some create an exceptional offers, and then do the presentation, and then just do it. Don't expect
Yeah.
for
So
it
if
to
you,
blow immediately.
yeah, don't expect to blow up immediately. If I can shortcut that, right, with strategies, right? You can shortcut it with strategies. Even when you do the strategies, sometimes they don't work. I mean, I play golf and sometimes I hit the ball and it still doesn't go straight, right? Even though I'm doing everything right, it still doesn't give me the outcome I wanted. So it's kind of the same concept. It's you got to keep doing it and one will finally get everything that you wanted. It was beautiful, right? And that's the one that you brings you back. So just keep posting, create an offer and a presentation, and then that's what's going to make you money, and TikToks are going to give you more people to see that, and that's where the money comes in. Okay, TikTok is just a vehicle to get more people to see your presentation and offer. So post more, post often, post the damn video right now. This is the best time to post is right now.
Thank you very much, Colton, for that wonderful and very exciting insights and strategies on how you can grow your business using TikTok from
Yes.
the world's perhaps one of the best people, one of TikTok, perhaps the TikTok king of the world.
I wouldn't consider myself that. I'm just an enthusiast.
But still, you were able to create so many impressive. So one of the best campaigns that you did was, again, to repeat, to those who are just listening to this right now, you can grow your business using TikTok, and I think the fastest way also to get there is to connect with people and experts like Colton Havens. Just check on the link below. I'm not really promoting Colton, but my point is, if you listen and discuss these things or your concerns with a person who's expert in the topic, I think that's one of the easiest and quickest way to do things, right?
Yep, it is for sure.
Yeah. Thank you very much, everyone.
Yeah, sometimes the answer is just keep going.
Keep going. Yeah. Post that damn video and keep going.
Yep, sometimes that's the answer.
Thank you very much, Colton. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. And be sure to follow us for more great speakers and great guests like Colton. God bless. Good day.
Love y'all.
And that wraps up another interesting and insightful episode of Millionaire Marketers. We've journeyed through pathways, unearthed strategies, and been inspired by the best in the business. But remember, every success story starts with a single step. If you found value in today's insights, please subscribe, rate, and share this with a fellow marketer. We're building a community of driven individuals, all on their unique paths to success. Join us next time as we delve deeper, challenge norms, and continue our quest to discover what it takes to be a true millionaire marketer. Discover, execute, grow, impact. Until then, marketers.